Hello everyone, and welcome back to Comic Book Theater. Jay here with another review. This review is a little bit later than the my previous Power Ranger Beast Morphers reviews, but time today was just hard to get the time to be on here. So yeah, there's still going to be no screen captures today, but let's get on with this. So this episode is called Digital Deception, and it's the 4th episode of the first season of Power Ranger Beast Morphers. And it's a Robbie-centric episode. So it's an episode centered on the Blue Ranger. Just let me tweet this out real fast that I am on. Yeah, so it is going to be a Robbie-centric episode, which is pretty cool because we haven't really seen much of Robbie so far this season, and I rather like him. I think he's a he's that by the book guy. He's the quote unquote Boy Scout, which I have been told I have a tendency to like Boy Scout characters. My favorite character is Superman, and my favorite Marvel character is Captain America. So I do have a tendency to lean towards those characters, and Robbie's very much in that line of characters. I'm just going to promote this way people know. Let's see, Hasbro's Power Rangers Beast Morphers. Digital Deception. Let me just finish this. Running the discussion in the live chat. Yeah, so you guys can let me know what you guys think about it, and I'll read off your thoughts as well. So because I like to hear what you guys think about it. That's what one of the best parts about doing these is, that I get to actually hear what you guys think about it too. So let me know what you guys think about it, and we'll discuss it. Let me see. Just want to add Power Rangers real fast. And I want to add Nickelodeon. Sorry, normally I do all this stuff before, but today I literally just had to come and do it now. So sorry about that, everybody. So yeah, if you want to discuss it, drop me some notes in the comments and I'll read them in the live chat, and I'll read them. And if it's post live, leave a discussion, start a discussion in the comments, and I'll say something in the comments. I'll reply to your comments. But anyway, so this is a Robbie-centric episode again, which I love because I think Robbie is so far is leaning towards my favorite character, because he is that Boy Scout character, which I am known for liking. So, and this is an episode that tests his Boy Scoutness, his good heart. It tests his by the book code. When Roxy, who is an evil avatar of the real Roxy, remembers how her and Robbie every Valentine's Day would get together at this fountain, and he gave her a rose and everything. And yes, this is a Valentine's Day episode a month late, which I don't think is their fault necessarily, because I think this was originally written for it to be the 4th episode again, and it was written for when they had the normal schedule, which was late January starting it, and then it would by week 4 should have been either the week of Valentine's Day or the week after Valentine's Day. So I think they were right on cue with it, but they started late this year because of other forces within rights and all that stuff. So they had to wait a little bit for it to launch. So But either way, it's not that bad. It's only a month late. It's not like it's October, you know, other seasons have done that stuff. So, but anyway, so Roxy remembers this. Cybervillain Roxy remembers this, and she decides she's going to take advantage of Robbie, and she sets up this situation where the Rangers come. Robbie takes on the Robotron, and he falls because Roxy threw some stuff in front of behind him as he's backing up and fighting, and then she saves his life by going, "No, stop!" She gets out and she's like going like this to the Robotron, and the Robotron, and her, they leave, making Robbie be like, "Whoa, Roxy just saved me. Is there something inside of her? I know that this is just an avatar of her, but is she good? Like, is there good in her? And it goes to ask the question of what makes somebody good, and is there good in everyone? Or is everyone redeemable and stuff like that? So he starts pondering that, and then he meets her later on, and she tells him that she is good, but it's hard to stay good, and she needs I forget the name of the device. It's on the neural something. It was the little thing that was hanging over them when they were morphing. It's a little ring, the rings around them. She's like, if you give me one of those, I can become good again. And so he goes and he asks Nate at Great Battle Force, and he's like, I never thought of that, but maybe it'll just take a little. I had to run some calculations and run some tests and stuff. It'll take about a month and a half before I can figure it out. And Robbie's like thinking, he doesn't have a month and a half. She needs this now. So he takes in his duffel bag, and he leaves, and he gives it to her, and then the Robotron comes out, and he grabs him, and she puts it over his head and hooks up to the computer and starts to run the Evox virus into him, so this way she can get turn him over to her side. That was the goal. And the Rangers and Nate notice that this is missing, and they figure out that Robbie must have it, and they figure out where he must be at. So they save him. Robbie and them, they take on the the Robotron, while the Gigatron, the Gigabot, I think, yeah, the Gigabot is sent down. So now, for the first time in Beast Morphers, we had something that's very Go Busters, and we've never seen this in Power Rangers before. We've never seen it in Sentai before either, I don't think, where a small monster, and a large monster are coexisting in one battle scene. So normally it's like, they turn around, they destroy the monster, and it's an explosion, and then it's like, make my monster grow, and then it's and then they just call on the Zords. But this time, and what happened with Go Busters was that they were sent out two at once. Like, one would be the monster created from an object, and one would be the Gigatron, the Gigabot, or Megazord from Go Busters. It would be sent down at the same time, and all around the same time. And you'll see a dual fight with some Rangers on the ground fighting the smaller one, and the Ranger, and some Rangers up top fighting the bigger ones. So I hope that they continue that with this season and give us more of that. And in it, we saw that the Racer Zord with Nate, Devin, is the one that went after the Gigabot, and then the Robotron was Ravi and Zoe. It was taking on the Gigabot, the Robotron. So it was a pretty cool fight. I thought it was a really nice scene, especially when they both did the final strikes at the same time. That was really nice capture moment there, and there's a lot of nice little moments here. I thought I loved the development for Ravi's character. Zoe had little fun moments where she was offered Valentine's Day cookies, and she was like, "No, I just like my carrots," Yeah, it was a little bit of a way of, throwing in her superpower, limitation, but at the same time, telling kids, eat, make healthy choices. But again, it wasn't one of those things like, I think if like this was Ninja Steel, it would have been like, hey, everybody, I'm going to have the healthy choice and I'm going to eat a carrot because, carrots are way better for you than sugar cookies. Where this one was, no, I'm okay with just my carrots. It was a very low key sell point where I think Ninja Storm would have been way more like, beat you over the head with this is what you gotta do because this is the lesson of this episode. And I think that this so far, Beast Morpher so far, has not given us any of those episodes. We're 4 episodes in, and I don't feel like I was beaten over the head with any moral lessons. So that's great because one of the things I expressed my complete exhaustion with last season was the over the top, this is the lesson of the day. And this time we didn't get that, which I loved. We did get the plot with Betty and Ben, and this week they were trying to get rid of a bee out of a sterile environment, which shouldn't be a sterile environment if you're bringing in things from the outside, unless all those things were supposed to be decontaminated before coming in, which then brings the question: why was a bee left from that sterilization process? Like you can receive things into a sterile environment, but they have to normally pass like a sterilization process, where you go into a room, they suck out all the air and stuff, they hit you with the gushes of air and it all comes out, get all the germs off of it. Normally they do that kind of thing. It's, that's how people enter a sterile environment. Or, again, they put on like work, like an overall suit or something like that. And that wasn't done. And it's actually, this was a sterile environment. They would all have to do that, especially Mayor Daniels in the first episode. He would have had to have done that, but he didn't. So I'm not 100% like sold on that fact that it was a sterile environment. They should have said something just, like, oh, there's a bee trapped in this enclosed space. They were afraid that someone would get stung. But it was still a fun moment. It wasn't over the top, like, again, where previous seasons of the Neo Saban era were all over the top with their comedy relief. Betty and Ben are low-key comedy relief, which I like. Just the right amount of comedy and slapstick. I love that. And then there was also a little plot with Nate. Again, last episode I said I think Nate is going to build the Silver Ranger B-Spot because I think he's going to want a brother. Like it was like a prototype of a brother. But now, after this episode where the commander says, you have to have a buddy system, maybe he's going to be like, all right, well, maybe I'll get a beast bot, So that's why it would be better if they were called Beast Buddies, because then it would be like the buddy system, my Beast Buddy, Or maybe he will be called the Beast Buddy instead, instead of the Beast Bot. Everybody else has a Beast Bot, he has a Beast Buddy, And maybe he could be a little bit more humanized, because there is a sound in the Morpher that says I'm half human and I'm half human and half robot or something to that effect. So maybe the silver has a little bit of a human engrams in it, like maybe it's based off of Nate's engrams or something, so they can bond better. That would be cool. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how they introduce the Silver B-Spot. And why did he pick Silver? Like maybe it was because Nate's like, hey, my last name is Silva. Let me get a Silver, B-Spot. Because it does seem weird, Gold would have a Silver B-Spot where everybody else has like their color coordinated ones. But yeah, I'm interested to see how that goes. And it also seems like Nate has a little thing with Zoe, so I like that. Like it's something different than Red Ranger is going out with the girl, and Nate is not a Power Ranger yet, so yeah, we pretty sure he's going to be the Gold Ranger. But for right now, he's not a Go Ranger. You know, he's nothing. He's just a lab guy. So it would be really cool if they start to date, especially because it doesn't break the rules of no Ranger dating, which was mentioned here. But or maybe it would be one of those things where Nate has a crush on her, and before they go out, he becomes the Ranger, and then he's like, "Oh, I can't date you because of the rules." You know, that would be cool too. But overall, I really did enjoy this episode. It was a month late for Valentine's Day, but who cares? It's still a nice, fun, fresh episode. And you know, we only have 4 more probably episodes until they take their mid-season hiatus, which I hope that they don't do. But if they do, I hope they don't do it for long. So we have about 4 more episodes before that usually takes place. And yeah, so I give this a solid 4.25 power bolts out of 5. I think it's well worth it so far. So far we're 4 episodes in, and we have not had one bad one. We got all 3 of the main cast have their individual Ranger episodes. Well, no, next week it's going to be Red Ranger. So next week will be the last one that will have the individual one. We had the essentially a 2-part first episode, which was the first and second, and I'm very impressed with this so far. So Power Rangers is really kicking it off with Hasbro. You know, only Hasbro stops the screenshot thing, the on videos that you can't show anything with their name on it, or a scene from any of the shows or anything. That would be helpful. I mean, I don't really care, but it hurts a lot of the YouTubers, especially those who count on this for revenue. So, anyway, that's my review for it. I'll be back next week with more. Check out comicfrontline.com. We do giveaways each and every month on comicfrontline.com. And you can check out our YouTube channel at Comic Frontline. And Tuesday nights, we do Frontline Live every Tuesday night at 10 o'clock. You want to join our top 5 discussion? Leave your top 5 on our Discord, and it will be read off during the show. Our Discord is a free Discord. You can get that link over on our YouTube, over on the Comic Frontline YouTube channel, and you can also get it on our main site at comicfrontline.com. It's just below the banner. It says Discord, Frontline Discord. So join that and join us over there. We're very active in our Discord, and it's a lot of fun over there. So come join us. And yeah, so next week I'll be back with another one of these, and hopefully this week I'll be getting those Beast Morpher toys, and I can show you about them. I can show you them off. I'll give you some reviews, and I might be doing something special with those Beast Morpher toys too. So yeah, tune in. It should be fun. Should be a fun time. So until then, like always, may the power protect you.